Hi guys, hello. Welcome to the very first episode of my Other Corner, a podcast where we dive into the personal, unexpected, and beautifully multifaceted sides of our guests. Today's our very first episode, and I have the perfect guest in the studio with me. First of all, I met her recently at TIFF, and we first bonded on the fact that like we're Edo girls, so representing beautiful ladies. Okay, you can see the materials. Period. I'll give you your screen. But yeah, I have Nehita Ofure-Irieme with me today, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. Just want to give us just a little about yourself.
Okay.
Yes, Sona, fine babe.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nehita Ofure-Irieme, like my sister just said. I'm a Nigerian. I'm from Edo State, born and raised. And I need to continue the introduction.
Because she's there's a lot, like I said, like I guess this podcast really focuses on the various sides of people, and like with little I know about her, there's a lot to her. So I feel like I won't do her justice by encompassing like everything. So I wanted to let you do that yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an actor. I'm a filmmaker, and in the film space, I direct, I produce. I'm a model. I'm the current Miss Ideal Nigeria. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my businesses. Maybe we could go on and on.
exactly. That's exactly why I chose you as a guest today, because Nehita is someone who embodies the concept of versatility, and today she's here to share her stories from her other corners, the parts of her journey that you might not have seen before. So, grab a seat and let's get into it.
And some popcorn.
Yes, and some popcorn. Okay, because, we're going to yap today. So I think the best place to start off with is, firstly, congratulations on your 10th win.
Thank you.
And, like, how was that for you?
Who? Yeah. I would say it's like, at that moment, it just crowned everything. Coming to Toronto, and I didn't even know what to expect.
Oh, wow.
And I said, you know what? I've done a good film. Mm-hmm. I've won other awards as well. And I was like, if I get an award on this trip, then, it's going to just seal it. Yeah. If I don't, then, okay, it's okay. We might as well just enjoy the trip and go back home, right? And that moment when I entered the hall, I got there very late. It was really hectic day. Me in my exploring
and you looked great,
spirit.
By the way, sorry. I was like, I saw her outfit. I was like, this is why Nigerians, they don't do it like y'all. They don't do it like you guys. I was like, I saw on the red carpet. I was like, is this the same red carpet that we've been doing? But sorry to call you. Go ahead, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. Like everyone kept talking about the outfit.
Your dress was, sorry. It was like a suit and a dress at the same time.
No, so I didn't want to do the random pantsuit trousers. So I told my designer, Rele Apparel, you guys should check her out. She's so good. Cool. I said, look, let's do something. Yeah. And I went on, Pinterest these days. Yes. Whatever you're looking for, just keep putting it, you'll find it. So I found something, and I found another thing, and I just was able to explain it to her on how to make it. And guess what? She took the explanation personal, and she got it out.
No, she executed it flawlessly. I'm going to include the picture here so you guys can understand what we're referencing to. And I think the way you played with the black and white and your hair, I was like, okay, girl. We need like an E-news reporting something for like those types of pictures. I'm like, that can't just stay on your page only. We need to share it.
Right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. Again, on the point of thinking, will I win an award or not? So I was like, well, if I don't win an award, let me give them something to talk about. Yes, At least they'll remember that girl that slayed the fashion on the red carpet.
You guys carried a cake.
But fortunately for me, I didn't just get the outfit right. I then got the award. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she's not just beauty, but brains as well. Okay, Edo girls.
Very important.
Yes.
Girls should take note of that. Life has moved past being beautiful. Be beautiful. Look good. I look good every time I step out of my house.
Definitely.
Every time I wake up. Because I think I woke up like this.
Yeah, girl.
So, look good. Yeah. But it shouldn't just be all about the looks.
Have something in your head. Yeah. And even not even talking about, like, the award and the film, like, I want you to talk to me about your film In Her Shoes, because when I saw your name, like the name of the film, it struck me as to, obviously I haven't seen the film yet, but I can only imagine just by that title what the story is about. So could you tell me about the story, why you decided to tell it, and what the journey was of telling? Like, this is your first film, like that you.
As a producer and a director, yes.
So please tell me what that journey was like.
So I would say, after my film school, I kept thinking I wanted to do something, and I am very picky with everything. If I see something or a story, whatever it is I want to do, it has to really like make a lot of sense to me. It has to capture my own heart before I can have interest in it. So I worked with a lot of writers. I called them, give me stories. For like for over a year, I didn't get anything.
Oh wow!
I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I didn't get anything I wanted to do.
That thing you're looking for.
I left it. And one day we were having drinks, me and a friend of mine, Musti. And Musti said, Nehita, I think I have a story for you. I was like, what is it? He just kept, he talked about the story. Oh, this girl. I'm like, okay. I was really high. There was something I was drinking. So the thing just got, because I'm so lightheaded. So just a glass of alcohol.
Yeah, you're gone.
So the next day I woke up and I said, Musti told me something. I picked up my phone and I called him. Musti, this story you're talking about. He's like, okay, we'll talk about it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days passed. And it was as if we were forgetting, but I can't remember what the story was. But I knew I heard something. So I kept, tell me. And we got to talk about it. I'm like, this is it. This is the story. I called my writer and I said, develop the story. And a few days later, she came up with a name in her shoes. I said, that is the name. So the story is about 2 generations of women.
Okay.
I don't know if it happens everywhere in the world, but especially in Nigeria, you realize that lots of teenage girls get pregnant. And for some of them, they had big dreams, they had plans, and somehow it tends to end. It just ends the moment they are pregnant. And it's not supposed to be like that. You know? So the film is about 2 generations, a mother and a daughter. Oh, wow. The mother, she wanted to go to school. She had drive. And the moment she got pregnant, the guy, of course, the auntie sent her back to the village. And she had to have the child on her own. And hated that child. Like, she hated her daughter so much. And I don't know, there are lots of first daughters that can relate. Your mothers don't really like you 100%. I don't know why.
Girl,
there's
like,
just this
opening
thing.
up a conversation, I don't know.
Yeah, because there's just this thing of... I grew up in a very small place in Benin. And a place where if your neighbor is shouting, so if you come out and you know those kind of big houses that has plenty neighbors. My house was quite small, so when we come out to the back of the house, especially in the morning, you then see your neighbors on this end and your neighbors on this end, and the 2 houses were long and has lots of tenants, lots of families. So in the morning you tend to see like maybe different 10 families here, 5 families here. This one is bathing a baby, the other one is washing plates, and everyone is talking, and you can hear everyone. So there is this thing, you hear women say to their kids that I am suffering because of you, I'm in this terrible marriage because of you, or my life ended because of you, I could not finish my education because I got pregnant. They hate their children for different reasons. Not like they still don't love those kids. They do, but there's just that thing. So when that story came, I'm like, okay, this is it. Yeah. And we tend to see that, and the mother really hated the child. She grew up with so much hate. She had to run out of the house.
Oh my God.
On
and
our
in Nigeria,
end,
like when people say run out of your home, like where do you go?
Oh, well, she ran to school. She had a friend that they were in school. She had a best friend. Okay. So she ran to school. On getting to school, she too met our cute brother Femi. Oh. And she got pregnant as well. Oh. So that's like a family circle. And that's what the title in her shoes. So it's more like in her mother's shoes.
Wait, okay, because look, you did it double. Is it double entendre with that? Because that wasn't even what I was expecting. Look,
yeah. So while watching it, you'll be like, oh, okay. So she got pregnant as well, but decided to like change her own way of taking care of her child. Okay. She didn't hate her child. She treated her child with more love, and she also did not quit school. She walked through it, graduated, and so it's like a story of hope. Yes. To let people know that, I mean, stay away from anything that will get you
Early
pregnant as a
pregnancy,
teenager.
yeah.
If you are not married, out of wedlock, stay away from all of that. But if it happens, it's not the end of the world. You know, you can still make something out of yourself.
Yeah. I agree, and I think this is why film as as an industry, as a medium, is very important, because like what you did, like you're telling the story of like dysfunction, and like in the second generation you show how there's hope, and like there's still a road through that, and like that's what film does, is able to like teach people important life lessons in a short time, but like in a very profound way. So honestly, thank you for everyone telling that story. Honestly, and even the conversation, it's going to spark up, because like I'm like a TikTok girl, and like you see a lot of times, like sometimes I see like girls, like firstborn girls, like you see them and they're like posting recordings of like what their mother is saying to them, how much they hate them, or sometimes they're like, oh, I'm still in this marriage because of the children, like
and that is a really sad thing to say. Please, parents, honestly, mothers, please. I don't know if there is a way. I need to let them know that they have to stop saying it, because trust me, I don't care if I, as the child, I jumped out when you didn't want me. But please stop telling me, because there are lots of things you can do. So it's still your decision. Honestly. So I feel like parents should really stop telling their kids that it's wrong in all ways.
And as much as they didn't choose, they won't say they didn't choose, but like at the same time, the child has no, like, there's no power in this decision. Like, you're just here.
And you brought me here. Exactly. You didn't even ask me if I wanted to come. You brought me here against my own will. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, and I think we really need to have more conversation about that mother-daughter relationship. It's very dysfunctional in a lot of homes. But even moving beyond that, so like I want to understand, like, how was it like for you, like as your first project, directing, producing? Because like when people say, I feel like when people say producing, other people hear a fancy word. The producing means money. Okay, you're in charge of money.
No, it means if it was just money, to that be nice. It also means suffer. Exactly. Like you go through all the stress. Yeah. You have to deal with people. You have to put everything together. Yeah. If it works out, good for you. If it doesn't, you have to make it work. Yep. You know, it's so sad. I feel like, honestly, I really, of everything I am, I do not enjoy being a producer. Wow. I do not. I don't. It's a lot of work. Yeah. It's a lot of stress, and nobody sees it. Yeah. Nobody sees it. As a director, people would applaud you. Oh my God, you did so well. As an actor, you're a star. Oh no, you walk into a set, you get pampered. Yeah. When the film comes out, everybody is calling your name. But guess who slaved to make sure everything worked out? The producer, and nobody says anything.
And so, like, I feel like you have the right to say this because you've done, like, literally all three. Right. So how was how as you were producing and directing, how did you feel like your actor side? Did you begin to appreciate actors more, or how did it affect your relationship towards acting?
So I would say that, well, being a producer, you already appreciate your actors because they bring out the vision. You think about this thing, you put everything together, all your work. If the actors does not put it out very well, it's as good as nothing. Yes, so I appreciate actors, and but although being a producer really stressed me as an actor, because when it's time to
so you also acted in it? Oh girl, you're crazy. Sorry,
I played the second generation daughter.
Wait, you played the lead role? I thought you were going to say, I did one supporting or Wakapas. You played a lead.
It was a lot. Was a lot. You need to see me in that film. You'll be like, Nehita, is this you?
Oh my God. I can imagine how stressed. Yeah.
I don't know if there's another word for stress. I was no. I actually thought it would not come out.
Can we talk about that? Can we have the conversation?
Because at some point, I just had to keep going because I could not stop. Yes. Because it's more like, okay, you've put in so much work. Are you going to stop now? Just continue. It was a lot. And so I tell you, after getting everything together, I think because of the stress of pre-production, because I was trying to meet up with African Film Festival. That was my first submission. Okay. I got up with a deadline at that point. So trying to put everything together, somewhere, somehow, my period came on the day of shoot, day one. And usually when I'm on my period, I don't
Yeah.
like to see people. I don't like to talk to people.
Yeah.
I woke up that morning and it was red. I'm like, okay,
Literally
interesting.
red.
Everyone was out there
Yeah.
waiting for me. My co-producer
Oh my
said,
God.
director, we are ready. I'm like, yeah, nice, interesting. I walked up to the set that morning. I remember wearing this hat and I just I was looking at everybody. And they did something funny. My crew, they all, I don't know, maybe if that's how it's done, but because it was my first, and I had professionals on set, so I was waiting for them to start getting things done. Yeah. But they were waiting for me. So when I stepped in, everyone started asking, director, what do we do? Director, what do we do? And you know, it's so strange because you've never directed a movie and everyone is already calling you director. Yes. And then you realize that, oh, so I'm supposed to lead this ship. Wow. And I just stood.
No, go ahead. You guys can, like, behind the set, they are laughing. Feel free to engage in the conversation. Yeah.
I stood there and I was staring at everyone. Yeah. And it was as if I had not planned for this. So I told myself, when I'm confused, I'm really quiet. You think I know what I'm doing. I'm gone.
You're lost.
I was quiet. I was looking at everyone. My co-producer, Aloba, came and said, director, we are ready. I'm like,
give me 1 second. In their mind now, she's just thinking the biggest plan, and you're just there. Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus.
I looked at everyone, and then I prayed, of course, and I said, God, I don't know what to do. And there is this, because I always say I have two personalities. Yeah. I have Nehita and I have Ofure. Nehita is usually the stubborn one. And Nehita said to me, you're an actor, Abby. Okay. I said, yes. It's okay. Act as a director. So your role today is to act as a director. I'm like, okay. I stepped up and I'm like, okay, everyone come around, gather around.
Let's rally around, yeah.
So we started up, we prayed together as a team, and I gave the word and told them, as a producer, you have to give the opening speech and have everyone introduce themselves. So I gave that. Nice. And I was like, okay, arts department, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want.
Somebody that just like, God, I don't know. Let me tell you, Holy Spirit came over and was like, yeah.
While I was doing that, the Agbero boys came in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, we shot at Oshodi.
Oh.
If you know Oshodi in Lagos, you will know that it's usually a no-go area.
Yeah.
We had pre-planned, we had settled what we had needed to settle, but those guys would always show up when they want to. So they came about, started shouting, they were about to seize the camera. I just looked at them and I'm like, okay, I won't deal with this. I prayed again. And I just went back. I called my director, keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. Leave them alone. My co-producer went to them because he's a guy and he just started, they were talking and dragging. And I said, look, what would they need? Money. Give them money. Let them go. He said, no, if I give them some of that, will come. I said, know who to give the money so that nobody else comes. So they did that. And at about 11 o'clock, I had my first shot.
Wow. Thank God.
And my co-producer came to me and said, because he had, before, about 3 days before shoot, he came to me and he was like, Nehita, I really believe in you. I know you're strong. But look, let me bring someone to stand in for you as a director. You know, you've not done this. You don't have to give him credit. You can still take your credit. Let me just bring someone. I said, look, Aloba, if this production fails, let it fail. I am not going to have someone do the job and I take the credit. Yeah. This is something that I am trying to do.
You really want
if I can do it, then let it be done. If it can't be done, then everybody go home.
You have to at least try to even know if you can do it or not.
But guess what? He didn't trust me. So he had the director on standby without telling me. And at about 11:30, he came to me and hugged me and said, Nehita, well done. He said, you know that director is on standby. So that one came to, I was like, well done, I'm proud of you. So they all now started watching. And at about 4 o'clock, we had gotten most of the scenes that we wanted. And God really helped me that period because we shot in, was it July? And that's like typical rain season.
Oh, okay.
So you would always expect rain, especially on the mainland. But guess what? We shot for 4 days and there was no rain. And on the 5th day in the morning,
rain started falling.
It made the whole day, the whole night.
Not you holding the clouds.
For that 4 days, every time it gets dark, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's about to rain. everyone is just like, oh no. But guess what?
Calm and confidence. The queen.
It's bright again.
Yeah.
It's bright again.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. This is magic.
Yeah. Man. Honestly, I'm looking almost not like tearing up.
You're tearing up, yeah.
No, like I'm like, because like I also just did my first film, so even because I was going to ask, because with this, and it's funny. Sorry, I go on a long tangent sometimes, but with Tiff, the recurring message I've been hearing amongst a lot of women is exactly what you're saying. That a lot of women that I met are just doing their first projects. They're like, they don't know what they were doing. One lady I met her in like 2 panels, and she kept saying the same thing, that people would go to her on set and be like, but you are the director, and she's like, what fuck? Like,
I don't even know what that means.
Hello, like I'm still clueless. And it like, cause for me, when I was doing my first film, I was in that space and I felt so lonely. I was also like director, producer. I was so lonely. I couldn't explain to anybody. If there was a problem, everybody just like, what do we do? I'm like, I don't know. Like, left to me, we can cry. We can all sit and can, share tissue. Let's all sit and cry. But if you're asking me to think, maybe I need a few minutes, but give me a sec. So that process was very lonely. And I think now hearing it amongst other women, it just makes me feel normal.
Yeah,
because I felt so normal. Weird. I almost felt like I was a failure at what I was doing. But I was like, it's your first time at this. Like, you're just like, for the first time I was shooting like 12 hours a day. I was like, what the hell is this? It was insane. But to hear your journey is like, I'm even like learning like from you, like your confidence. Like, I like how you were still always like grounded in yourself. Like, even with the Abrios, like, I've never shot in Nigeria, but that's almost like everyone's story, like dealing with them. So I wanted to ask about that, like, no, sorry, before I ask about that, you had mentioned this thing of your co-producer bringing another man on set. Did you feel, like, on this project, did you feel any way shortened by the fact that you were a woman? No.
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, him bringing in a male director, it could have also been a female director. So it was not a thing of being a woman.
Okay.
And and sometimes that could also be a thing, but I really don't pay attention to those things.
I like that. Yeah.
I don't pay attention to anything negative. Yeah. So if you tell me that these people because you're a woman, okay. Like I always say, dress up. I would dress up and probably wear boots. And the way I would walk in, you probably think I own the whole place. So there is, I don't get that intimidation of being a woman. There is no man that has ever, tried to match me down, especially in the industry. Wow. So when I hear people say, I mean, it's really not a problem for me. I don't focus on it. I never focus on it. So when people try to
putting you that box.
I would, in fact, when I give you eye contact, I'm sure you would know well to respect yourself.
Like, I feel like you have, like, your eyes are so beautiful, but at the same time, they're so piercing. Like, if you just give an enter look at you, your eyes will literally enter the person.
If I say something, thank God, because I may not need to say anything. My eyes will do the job.
That's good. I
don't focus on that at all. So I then don't feel it. I don't feel the whole negativity of being a woman. I don't feel it. And most of my male colleagues, they support me. Like I said, the story came out from a guy. So no, I don't. I don't focus on it. So it has never been a problem to me.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I think honestly, I'm kind of working your story like backwards, sort of. So now, like, I know you're obviously, like, I knew your face as an actress, honestly. So, and like, obviously, I was still getting to know you, and I know I watched you very recently in Ijogbon, but I know you are in other productions. I wanted to ask about like your acting career. Like, how did you get into that, and how long have you been in that industry?
Okay. With acting, I would say, I got my first role in 2022.
Okay.
And how did I get in? Because I was born and raised in Benin. And Benin is not really a film space. I mean, it's growing now. So it's not really a space where you get to see a lot of
entertainment stuff, yeah.
So when I moved to Lagos in SEM 2022.
Okay.
2022? Wow. Yeah, 2022.
It's 2 weeks. So you're telling me your journey so far is 3 years?
Yeah.
Nehita, you're a star. Wow.
Yeah, 2022, February.
That's incredible.
Like, I moved in January, actually.
February.
January 16th, 2022.
Wow.
And when I moved in, I always know that I wanted to be an actress. how it worked, I had no idea.
Okay.
I just watched them, Genevieve,
Yes,
Murtala, and I saw Murtala recently. I'm
yes,
like, Mama, you inspired my journey.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
That's
because
so
I always
sweet.
just watched them growing
Yeah.
up, and I knew that I wanted to be like them. So
Yeah.
when I moved to Lagos, confused, I had no idea what to do. I was like, okay, internet. How do I become an actor? And then I go to auditions. I started following all the audition pages, and I was going for different auditions. When I got to one audition, and I heard that people were doing monologue, and I said, monologue.
So
what is that? I had
You went to audition with them.
I had no idea. I didn't even know they were supposed to have something.
My director. Screaming.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember that, they taught me this thing in
Yeah.
school, monologue.
So did you also do like acting? Like you did acting in school?
No,
or?
I studied mass communication.
Oh, so how did you study it? Like what do you mean?
So
like,
I later went to a film school.
Oh, okay, I see.
So after doing all those audition thing, I started meeting people, meeting actors, and conversations. They said, "Oh, go to an acting school." I'm like, okay,
I see.
okay, where should I go? And they recommended Royal Arts Academy, and
Wow.
yeah. But before Royal Arts, I went for Afrif. Afrif was happening in that 2022, and I went for it. On getting there, I saw actors.
Yeah.
Lots of people. I just didn't know what was going on. It was looking so confusing.
Yeah.
So I met someone who, because I'm always looking so good.
Yeah.
So you would not know.
No,
People
yeah.
were even coming to me to say, I want to take a picture with you. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Well, they think that you're a celebrity.
Yes.
That's so cool.
So
You're teaching me something today.
Yeah, I'll always look good.
Yeah.
So I met this man, Mr. Israel.
Okay.
And he saw me. He was like, hello, how are you? I said, I'm fine, sir. Oh, what do you do? He's like, I'm a model and I have business. He was like, oh, you're not in the industry. I was just looking at him. And I said, okay, take my number. I took his number.
Wow.
And still moving on in the festival, I saw him again later in the evening. He was like, come here. I saw you earlier today. I said, yes. Then he asked me, have you seen Kunle?
No.
At that point, I thought it was Ofure-Irieme.
Oh.
So I was like, I think he's over there. Then later on, he saw me again and he said, come here, this girl. You're always moving up and down. Sorry, sir. Then he was like, and this is Kunle that I was asking you. Guess who that was? Kunle Ofure-Irieme.
Wow.
And I was looking at him because I didn't know he was. And he was like, you don't know him.
That's fair, honestly. I feel like at that point, it's fair. Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't know. I was like, I was like, bring your phone. I gave him my phone. So he put his Instagram. So I was like, okay.
It's a big deal.
I still didn't even know who he actually was. And then he said, where are you from? I said, Benin. He said, oh, no wonder. I was like, what?
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Yeah.
I was like, no wonder. Like, okay, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So after that night, 2-3 days later, I was on Instagram and I saw that he posted something, Cap Film and Television Academy. They were having a training. I was like, okay, maybe I should go for this. I was trying to register. It wasn't working. I sent a message, Nehita, please, I'm trying to register for this. I was like, okay, that it sent me somebody's number from the office. I registered for it. And
Still
that was
networking is good.
That was the first class and it was online. While at that, after that session, I think it was like a month or so. And then he said they were taking the alumni. They were taking us for a real set experience as interns.
Okay.
So I went on a juggle set. I was interning as a director, interning as a producer.
Oh, wow.
So that scene I did was not like I was not meant to be in the film. It was just a scene that okay, we need a teacher. Oh, she fits it. Okay, come do the acting. So that was how I got that role. I was on the set as an intern and I won as best intern.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
So that Ijogbon set literally taught me a lot. Like that was when I realized that, so there's a process to filmmaking.
Yes.
Wow. So they do all of this. So that's why every time you see me, or sometimes on my social media, I always like reference them. I always say thank you to Kunle Ofure-Irieme because if I had not met him at that point and I met him, I'm sure it would have taken me longer to realize, all of these things in filmmaking. And, meeting him that day and registering for that class, then the internship, it's really just opened my mind, opened my eyes to the whole industry and all of that, to the whole process of filmmaking.
Wow.
And after that, I came out and I was like, yes, I'm good to go.
And I'm not trying to even trivialize your own like power and your geniusness, but I feel like now I understand your bravery when you went as a director on your sets, because to intern on that type sort of project,
I mean, at that point I was always saying I learned from the best.
And to win like best intern, you must have been like executive level.
So the thing with me is the moment all I have to do is to decide to do something.
Yes.
I don't do half in and half out. No, if I said I want to do this thing, I put in everything. I do all that research and all of that. Well, even when after that internship, I then went to Royal Art Academy. After Royal Art Academy, I went back to CAP Film and Television for master's class. I went again for another master's class when they brought a director and a cinematographer from the US. So I went, like, I'm that person that I would like go. Intentional unless I don't want to do it. If it's something I want to do, I can't even sleep. So that's the thing. I can't sleep because my mind will go like, there's something you want to read. There's this thing you need to do. Research. And the good thing is these days we have lots of resources online. You get to see a lot of GPT.
Let me just be honest.
And even in the industry, like, you can just go through the life of actors, actresses. You just see lots of stuff they've done, and there's a lot to learn from it. So that's it. That's how I got the whole guts to dream to be a director, producer.
So your intention was, would you say your intention wasn't really acting? It was really directing?
So acting is like a childhood dream. No. I had my first acting scene before I went on that internship. So that was like my second or third. So acting is just that childhood dream that I want to be an actor. So in the quest of wanting to be an actor is how I got to figure out all these things about filmmaking, which then interested me, and I said, okay, I want to be a filmmaker. So that's why somehow, even though I am, really rooted in being a filmmaker, director, producer, I cannot leave acting. Acting is like my first love and we are just like,
to get bonded.
I got you. Okay, no, modeling is my first love.
I'm like, okay, now let's even get into that, because like clearly she does look like a queen, and you definitely are a queen. Like literally Miss Ideal Nigeria. So do you want to tell us about that? Like, what year what year was that?
2024.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure of the exact year. So how did you get into that role? Wait, all these things have happened since after 2022.
Yeah. Girl. So before 2022, I had a different, which I don't know if I'll talk about it on this podcast. Maybe next time. Don't worry, we'll ask a few questions. Different life.
Like, and do you mean like in terms of like your background in work or
everything? I was living in Benin. So in January 16th, 2022, I moved to Lagos and started a new life. Which is this life. And that life had nothing to do with rest, because sometimes they begged me to sleep. My siblings would be like, please sleep. Yeah. I could go weeks and just survive in 2 to 3 hours sleep, and I'm good.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that's
insane. For modeling, it's been a dream. Because my dad, when I was young, I've always been very tiny. So my dad would always be like, Agbani Darego. He used to come when Agbani Darego won. He used to come in. It's Agbani Darego, Agbani Darego, Miss World, Miss Nigeria, and all of that. So I grew up, in all of that. And I went to a catwalk school actually. I think I was like 14 or 13. I went to a catwalk school. I learned how to be a model. I went for ballet classes. So I know all of those things.
Yeah, really like a creative, like you're on the full spectrum. Nice. Nice. Like you guys contact her for any role, okay?
Actually.
Yes, honestly, I love that.
So, moving to Lagos, it was as if, my life was already moving. But there was just that thing of, you should still be a beauty queen. So I tried to audition for Miss Nigeria. They didn't have the pageantry for 2 years, because my dad was always saying Miss Nigeria. So I wanted to do that Miss Nigeria for him.
I would definitely love to see you on more pageants for sure. No,
I'm close on pageants.
Okay, let's get into that. But sorry, let's finish your story and then we'll probably get into it.
Yeah. So I then said, okay, let me go for another one. I saw Miss Ideal Nigeria and I got the form. And at that time, because I went to a polytechnic. I did my
Okay.
ND in 2014, graduated in 2017,
Okay.
and I didn't go back for my HND till
Okay.
2022.
Okay.
So in all of this life that I was doing, I was still juggling school.
Cool.
And at that time, I had my final exams. So it was back to back. And the school was in Edo State, Auchi. So moving to Auchi, coming back to Lagos, it was a lot. But, I just went on with the pageantry. I said, you know what? Let me crown it. Because growing up as a princess, now daddy is gone, may so rest in peace. Yeah. I started calling myself a queen because that's how I saw myself growing up. And again, let me quickly say this. That goes to parents. Encourage your kids. Encourage your children. Because my dad making me feel like a queen, even from a child. He calls me his princess. I mean, I know I'm daddy's favorite child. my siblings don't like that. But still, being the favorite or not, just encourage your children. It kind of sets them at a place. Like I said, I don't focus on negativity because it had never mattered to me as a child. Nobody talks down on me.
Yep.
And my dad has already put me in that space.
Yes,
So there's no way you will tell me now that
anything.
you are here. No, my father that gave birth to me said, I'm
love,
here.
yes.
So whatever your opinion is.
Doesn't
So
matter.
parents, please encourage your kids. So yeah, I just wanted to do that for my dad. So pageantry, getting a crown was actually to honor my father. Amen.
I'm sure he definitely, because you're a stunning queen. I saw when they had crowned you, I was like, you were beautiful. Your smile, the way you hugged the other girl. It's like, this is grace I'm praying to maintain. I love that. And so you had said you're done with pageantry. Like, is there a reason why, or?
No, because like I said, it's not really my dream.
Okay,
it's like my dad's dream. Okay. So I wanted to get him a crown.
You have so much success in more.
People say that, but it's not really easy balancing pageantry and filming.
No, true. Yeah.
They are two different worlds.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can see me looking like this today. Yeah. This can pass for a queen and also a filmmaker. Yeah. But on a normal day, as a filmmaker, you wake up, you are thinking of the things you are thinking of has nothing to do with beauty.
They both require deep commitments.
Exactly. And
you can't do one.
One has to suffer.
Exactly.
And my modeling career is really suffering. It is. And thank God for the organizers of Miss Ideal Nigeria. They kind of understand that, okay, I have a life, I have a filmmaking life. So when they have stuff for me to do and I just say, look, I'm sorry, I can't. They don't take it personal. They just ask the other queens to do it. Which is actually not so fair on them as well. Because there are lots of stuff. Like this whole period I've been in Toronto, there are stuff they wanted me to do, but I can't do that for them. And, it's not really nice. So I've gotten the crown from my dad, and I'm cool with being an ex-beauty queen.
Not ex-beauty queen. I think you remain a beauty queen forever because your looks you can't deny that clearly. But even now, like I said, we're working backwards. I want to know about your upbringing. Like, what was growing up for you? Like, how many siblings did you have? And you say you grew up in Benin. I schooled in Benin for 3 years. I went to presentation. So
you guys are the big girls now. Come on.
People that they said, the kind of beans where get crayfish and cockroach for inside. And the time, I imagine how you grew up there and still had this yearning, and then you moved to Lagos. What even made you move to Lagos apart from acting?
I said I won't tell you. I won't.
Okay.
But again,
just tell me about your growing up.
So my growing up was really. I grew up in a very small place.
Okay.
I know you've heard a lot about Upper Sakumba Road.
Ring Road.
So I tell you, Upper Sakumba Road was literally my junction on the other side.
Okay.
But I didn't know that till I became an adult because my dad kind of tried to keep us away from the madness. Yeah. And my dad never really had money. Okay. He had a small house. But my dad was a really great man. My mom
I can tell. He raised a great kid.
Amazing too, but
that eye twitch. Sis, I'm like, what does that eye twitch mean?
Because I keep saying my dad. And if she watches this podcast, she'll say, me that I'm alive, you're not talking about
me. Born you.
My mom is a really special kind of woman.
I know I don't
remember. Oh my God. Yeah. And when I was growing up, I didn't really like her. I mean, I loved her at a point, and I didn't like her. She and my dad, they separated, and it was a lot of burden on me. And
are you the first child?
I'm the first daughter. I have an brother, but for some reason, my mom trained me like the first child.
Yes, absolutely.
how would I say that? She trained me like a mother.
Mm-hmm.
At 10, I was already going to the market, cooking for the family and all of that. My mom would not allow me watch films. Now, as a filmmaker, it affects me a lot because watching film has now become a job. Instead of something that I should enjoy. Filmmakers like enjoy watching film. Yeah. But I have to put myself on like a roster and say, okay, I have to watch this film and watch that film. So it's a job for me. It's really hard for me to watch films. Sometimes my eyes get teary and all of that because she didn't allow me. My mom don't like me. You don't understand. You know, the moment I'm sitting down.
Yeah, she's like,
why is this girl
why you idle?
Stand up, go and watch the play. Yeah. Go and sweep. Have you done this? I've done it. Okay, go and do the other one. There's just always something for me to do. And at a point, I started feeling like she's probably not my mom. And I remembered one day I said I was going to kill myself. I think I watched one movie then that was training. They used to wear angels and whites. Yeah. So I wore one white dress, one of my favorite white dresses.
Girl.
Carried the Bible, tied my hair. And I told my mom that I was going to kill myself. My mom beat me.
Oh my God.
And she gave me a knife. I said, look, you have to kill yourself with this knife. Or I will kill you.
Nigerian mothers are a bit advanced.
What? I regret my life.
Thank you for sharing that story about like that relationship with your mom. I think almost every girl child kind of goes through that
somehow
situation. No, I really think so, because even I myself, I've had my own fair share. Because like growing up, my mom was also, she's the one who really was into entertainment. So I kind of grew up looking up to her. But then as I grew older, I'm like, wait, I don't agree with you on this. So, but then it's like it's always changing, like the journey. But yeah, I think now we're kind of coming to the end of it, but I wanted to talk about like yourself, like, and my goal for this podcast as well is especially for women to be able to like look into the conversations, see themselves, be inspired by the conversations, and actually find practical solutions on how to move forward. So before we were recording, like you had spoke about like your entrepreneurial like side of you. I know obviously you're in Nigeria, so there's necessity for the economy, but even beyond that, like why do you decide to have these multiple businesses? Like, and because I saw like on your Instagram, you're like founder of I saw a production company. They're like some agencies, like a consultancy. Yeah. So I'm like, why do you have these businesses, and how do you manage all of them?
Okay. Well, first I said when you do a lot of things, some of them will suffer. I these old businesses, it's not like I plan to. In fact, I'm very sure that more will still come because I have this thing up here, and sometimes ideas come, and when I think about it, in the long run, it's going to be good. I just put it to work, and managing them is usually not easy. I can't do everything all by myself, so I have people to manage, each and every stuff. I have a salon and I have people managing that. Yeah, I sell gold jewelries, and although that one I do that myself because technology has made it easier. So I have contacts. When I went to Dubai, I got contacts. So when you want to buy, bring your money. I do the order. And send it back to you. Yeah. So yeah, you have to have like multiple source of income to be able to sustain a certain lifestyle, and I believe a lot in doing a lot of stuff. Like I said, for example, I was at a point a working makeup artist. I went to a makeup school. I had a makeup studio, and it made me money at that point. And now, it's not the money in makeup. It's probably not the kind of money I'm looking for at this moment. So, as much as it's no longer making money for me, it's also saving me a lot of money. I've been in this country, for example. I could have been paying a lot to get makeup artist.
When she came in, I asked if she did her makeup herself. Yeah, I couldn't almost believe it.
It's saving me a lot of money. I can get my makeup done in minutes or an hour. And there was even a day it made me money. It's funny. Recently, I had this in Lagos. There was this couple. A friend of mine was getting married, and there was this couple that came in from, where are they from? I don't know, Germany. Okay. And she needed to do her makeup. The makeup artist had disappointed her, and it was last minute. I said, look, I can do your makeup, but so my friend was already trying to say, oh, later. I said, no, it's going to cost you. She was like, whatever it is, I'll pay. It was like a joke. Yeah. And I didn't even tell her this one you pay, this one you pay. I just did the makeup, and she gave me $1,000.
Girl,
I was like,
the blood of Jesus.
Are you sure I should not start? I should not go back to my makeup business. But I mean, you cannot charge somebody $1,000 for makeup. But she gave me $1,000 for like appreciation and all of that. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's because of the way you even showed up for her.
I remember where exactly she came from, but I don't remember.
Wow, that's amazing. And you must have done a great job.
Well, I mean, my makeup is usually very natural. I look at your face and I do something that would match your face. So most of my clients back then, while I was still living in Benin, they always come to me because they'll say, you don't make me look crazy. Some people say, when some makeup just touch it up a bit. Do something that matches them. Don't make people look old because of makeup. Yeah. So I have that. What else do I even do?
So what else? I know you have a production company as well.
I have a production company. Oh, of course, you don't. That one is there. It's a business, and it's me and my team, and you know, we get to be very busy during production and other things. I have a foundation. It's called Know Your Art, and the essence for that is because I want a lot of women to understand the essence of having your own craft. When you know how to, I keep saying that there is no way I will go in this world that I will suffer. If entertainment,
I do girls with too savvy.
I make hair.
Oh, girl,
yeah, okay. For example, I did this hair myself. I laid my hair myself.
Yeah,
I make hair. I can braid and braid and all of that. I'm not doing it again right now because again, like I said, that's not the money I'm looking for. And the time it would take me to do all of that, I would put it into something else. But if, for example, I'm in a place where I need money and I can braid. I can. So when there's a lot of things you can do, you tend to save yourself, you know, from being in some very terrible situation. You see some girls, no disrespect to anyone, but you know, going out with a guy, 50,000, 20,000, you can sit down and make that money. So when you have a lot of things you can do to make money, it then also saves you from a lot of embarrassment and all of that. So I'm big on that. And again, because ideas come in and I don't throw my ideas away. If it's something I cannot achieve right now, I put it down and keep working on it. I don't know how to be idle. If sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to have a free day. I never have.
And it's like when you say like your mom never wanted and now it's manifesting.
Look, that is why I grew to forgive her, because I then realized that maybe she had plans. She already knew she was going to leave my dad, and she needed me to be strong for the family. Now, as much as sometimes everything that has its advantage also has disadvantages here, and sometimes I feel like I'm probably too strong for my age, and it makes me, you know, sometimes my friends will be like, you're too old, you're that, and in terms of relationship, sometimes I feel like I'm too. Like,
your masculine energy.
So sometimes I try to intentionally slow it down and be like, okay, calm down. You know, let someone lead. So I always say I am feminine. I am not in any way going to be a feminist or trying to be a man. No, I am a woman. I am a queen, and I will stay on that. But it's hard sometimes. So,
yeah. He said type shit. But no, I think absolutely, I completely agree with you that it's very important for women to discover ways, like, you know, to always be able to provide for yourself more.
Very important.
Like that thing that people call it fuck you money. As a lady, you have to have you money in every aspect of life.
Have it.
Relationship wise, even career wise, like just always have like something for a rainy day.
Yeah, because it also gives you the leverage of having to choose who you want to be and how you want to live.
That's such,
you know, it gives you the choice to live. And I think that is very important because, for example, if I decide to do any job, I'm working, it's because I want to do it. It's not because of money, because there are other ways that the money will come, you know. So it gives you a free life. It allows you to live at your own, on your own terms. At your own pace. You don't have to, you know, it's really sad when you can't get money for yourself.
Out of choices almost. Well, I have two questions to follow, but my first one would be like, because you mentioned like how like in relationships, how like sometimes like you're masculine, like what's been like that journey like relationships with men? Like have you had a lot of success, or like how has that affected you, especially being such a boss woman? Because men these days,
Those people do. I don't even know that. First of all, they don't. Maybe because of my energy. Yeah, there's I attract some certain kind of
men.
people. Yeah, and I mean, other people come, but I definitely will not just pay attention because, of course, being fine, you. Plenty.
She said, visitors day.
And so I'm kind of used to it because I've been cute since childhood.
Yeah,
and it's really normal for people to come around. So it's normal for me to ignore everyone until there's somebody that just really gets my attention. And so one thing I noticed that made me say sometimes I had to start lecturing myself. I realized that a guy could come into my life and he's being all, he wants to take care of me. And in another few months, he's not letting me do stuff on my own. And, sometimes when you're not self-aware, you tend to want to blame people. They change. But what about you?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I dated this person. I don't know if I should say dated or we're still dating. I don't know. And sometimes he tells me, Nehita, can you just relax? Can you just relax? Calm down. Yeah. So at a point, I had to start thinking, what does this word even mean? Yeah. And there's this relax and be taken care of. Yeah. Sometimes it's not just a joke. You need to really look at it. I then realize that I'm this person that if I want to do stuff, I get up and I do it. Yeah. And in terms of relationship, I've had partners who wants to be involved in my life. And me, I'm just... So it's more like, okay, just leave her. Yeah. Let her do it. And then I'm not wondering, why are you no longer? Yeah. And it's like... So... Yeah, relationship, I've had to learn that part of me that, okay, I need to calm down and relax. And traveling has also made it easy. I mean, these days, before now, I would, if I'm walking into a place and I'm walking with a man, I don't care. I just walk. I can open the door and just move. Because for me, it was nothing. I could open the door. But now I realize that be soft, be feminine. Let this man open the door. Relax. Why don't you just allow him open the door?
I don't want to sound somehow. I don't know if it's a female filmmaker thing, because I like this exact thing. Because I've had this phrase of femininity. I struggle with that word so much. I'm like, what do you mean to being like your feminine energy? Like, because sometimes like in such a position where you're in a position of power. Someone who leads a lot of teams. Your masculinity just naturally comes out. And I say that thing of solving your problems by yourself. Oh my God. Like, sometimes people would just be like, I remember when I was on my set, so my crew members told me that they could not sit down because I could never sit down. They're like, they say, because we have like, sometimes if we're building a set, I'm carrying wood and the guys are just like, okay, she's carrying wood. What's the bigger thing?
Carry,
like, I can't turn it off because like at the same time, if I care about something, I'm going to put my all energy, and I don't really care sometimes about how people look at me. So I really struggled with that word of like femininity, but at the same time balancing like that, I just have to do what I have to do. So I think that conversation is something that I even wanted to open up a little. Like, what do you think of that concept?
So I think knowing what to do, when to do it matters. Like you said, balance. For example, if you're on set and you're a director and a producer, there is nothing feminine about you. Bring all the boss energy that you need to get things running, because I mean, all of your teammates, you are like the captain. They are looking up to you. So if you now come and do that, they will sit down. Let's all be fine together. So when I'm on set, I forget that I'm fine. All this plenty, you would think you're seeing a different person. I am working. So when you see me in my joggers, I'm wearing a t-shirt, probably the face cap, and I'm getting stuff done, I can carry anything I can do. I don't see how you will not work as well. So that's a different personality. But when it comes to relationship, of course it will always affect it. So then because I'm still trying to balance it, I'm still learning, I'm still, sometimes there was one time that I wanted to travel. My birthday, I wanted to travel, and in fact, I didn't know that I wanted to travel. I just woke up, I saw something on Instagram. There was this tennis tournament. I was like, oh, to be nice, let me go watch tennis. And this was like 5 days to my birthday. I called my travel agent. I was like, okay, can it be done? She was like, yeah, let's go. Okay. So the person I was dating at that point, I called him and I said, look, I'm traveling. And he's like, this is 5 days or 4 days to your birthday. I said, well, I saw it online and I decided that
it.
I think till now, he still doesn't believe me.
Yeah.
It's like, I had planned it. I'm probably going with someone. I'm like,
oh, wow.
and it's still in that bossy energy. I do not like to explain.
Mm.
So when you think something,
I feel normal.
you are completely normal, darling. So when you think about something and I can't help you, I'm sorry, but if that's what you think, then
if I do like in some, I remember I had this like not really someone I was talking to, and I remember he was trying to ask a question. I'm like, I'm only going to repeat the answer one time. After I've told you that one, I'm not repeating this answer again. And he's like, oh sorry. I'm like, yeah, you sorry.
You sorry.
Okay.
But it's also very sad, sometimes I try to want to be soft.
Yeah,
but if it didn't day, it's not there.
Struggle, yeah.
It's not there. The soft girl was taken away a long time ago.
That's fair. And I also want to touch a little about like you said, like your parents like separation, like how that affected you.
Well, it threw me. I would say first it threw me off balance, but my mom kind of prepped me. Like I said, she kind of made me strong for the journey, and it was just having to step up and having to do stuff because I was still in secondary school. I was just rounding up my secondary school. My siblings, one in primary school, one in secondary school. So I have to wake up in the morning and prep them, cook, bathe the youngest one, and so it was a lot. And
so you guys stayed with your dad?
Yeah, we stayed with my dad till he died, and now they live with me. So yeah, but I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. And how's that like now with your siblings living with you? Because how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings, one older brother.
Okay.
He doesn't live with me.
Okay.
And then the younger ones, the younger brother and my younger sister, they
nice.
both live with me.
Nice.
It's we are used to it already, so it's more like they've lived with me all
so long. Yeah.
So my dad died in 2019, and since then it's been us. So
Nehita, I really admire your story. I admire your courage, and like I said, like this is what I really wanted to showcase, like the different parts that make who you are. And thank you for sharing. I think we're about to round up, but just do you want to share? Like, do you have any exciting projects coming up? Because now I know you have your production company, your trailblazing film. I'm like, what's next? What do you have coming for us?
Going back to Lagos to work with my boss. I call her my mom, Judith Audu. She's also one of the persons.
I adore Judith. Ooh. She is a star.
She is.
She's I think she also writes as well.
Person. She does a lot of stuff.
I've seen some of her films, and I think they're some of the most genius Nigerian movies. Honestly.
Yeah, she's an amazing filmmaker.
Yeah, she is.
And aside from the films alone, working with her, goodness, she makes. I got to meet her from Cap Film and Television Academy, nice. One of the master's class, because I had gone for several master's classes. So when I saw that she was going to be one of the facilitators, I went for it and I met her and I told her I would like to intern with you someday. And she gave me that opportunity. I interned with her. And since then, I've been working with her.
Wow.
Yeah, so we are going back to Lagos now, getting on the production with her. Wow. And I'm super excited. She's the only one that can make me excited about production. Because she makes it's a very stressful work, but somehow she just makes it easy. You know when... And I'm mood of communication. That woman is an angel.
I love that. Honestly,
such an angel.
I've admired her from afar, but even beyond that, like even for you personally, like anything exciting.
I mean, there are lots of stuff coming up next.
I'm sure, yes.
I have 2 projects on pre-production,
and
we are looking forward to shooting next year.
Amazing.
And it's a feature film, so that's going to be my
Girl,
first
congratulations!
feature film.
Oh my, I can't wait to message you and be like, congratulations on this award for your film. Because this one is already doing well, so I'm very sure
we're already pepping awards. Okay,
because they always say like filmmakers, like your first films are always like your bad ones. So as you go, they keep getting better. So
people tell me that I'm so lucky. Because most filmmakers don't even get their first film out.
Bro, the recognition this one is getting already, that's like you're already set up. Like your next film is already set up for success. There's no other way. So congratulations for everything, honestly. And thank you for coming and being the first guest. Honestly, you're such a graceful guest. And thank you for being here. Nehita has not stressed me at all, guys. Help me tell her thank you, please. Do not stress me one bit. So thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
And to every young girl there, to every lady, young or old, whatever your age is, don't wait to figure things out before you start. No, but I don't know about everybody. I don't know if people know what they are doing from the moment before they start. But if you check every great person, they will always tell you they know nothing. They just knew that they had a dream. They wanted to do something. They looked it up, put in every single resources you have. Everything else will align as you go. Don't wait and say, I need to know. I don't know what I'm doing. Even coming to Canada, do you know, my film got selected and all of that. I was like, okay, let me go. I applied for the visa. It was denied. I didn't get the visa.
Yeah, I think you have to get a letter. There's a letter they have to get.
They sent an invitation letter. I did not get a visa. And yeah, and I started contacting different agents. I need a visa. And they were like, oh, when your visa gets denied, you have to wait 6 months before you reapply. I'm like, what? 6 months? Everything is over. What do I need to go do in Canada in 6 months? Yeah. I'm like, no. So thank God to AY. I spoke to AY. I'm like, I can't get a visa. They said, it was like, okay, he sent me an agent. I contacted the lady. The lady too, they use me play. Called him. I'm like, she's playing with me. She said, okay, feel it yourself now. I said, but I feel the first one myself and it was rejected. I said, feel it yourself again. Okay. And if there's anything you don't understand, ask me. I will answer you. I said, okay. That's how I started feeling. I was disturbing him every minute. Papa, they said this one. He said, okay. And sometimes he just tells me, okay, I'm working now. I will answer you. There was a one night, 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning was when he was on the phone checking. This one logged into my portal, checked it, and he said, okay, you are good to go. That was how.
Well, those are sides we don't hear about him specifically. So that's really good.
AY is an amazing person. It's somebody that when someone has a problem, he has to make sure he must solve that problem for him to have peace. So he's an amazing person.
And so I don't want us to go, but then it just goes into this thing of how people are portrayed online versus like who they really are. Yeah. Did that affect you ever in your journey so far? Because I feel like a lot of celebrities.
Look, I recently heard that someone said that I am a troublesome person. Someone was telling another person not to work with me that I am troublesome. Oh my God. And when I heard that, I'm like,
even how I met Nehita, I met her, like when I see this lady does not have one single stress. I even pray, like anytime I message her, I'm like, okay, let me see what she's going to stress me with. Nothing. So trouble care.
So I'm like, me and troublesome in the same word. Me?
Yeah.
Me.
Sometimes people also just project and they are jealous. And sometimes they also see your light. They don't want that to be fully.
Yeah, so that's exposed. Why whatever you hear on social media about people, it's you just have to know them for them. If you listen to what people say about them, you may not even want to go close. You just be like, I beg. But most of the people who has lifted me in this industry, who has helped me, who has done stuff for me, are really the people that people say worse things about. Oh, don't go close to this person. Will the person kill me? Yeah. Okay, I'm going. Yeah. So if you even tell me not to, if you say something bad about someone, it's enough reason why I want to even see for myself. Yeah. If the person now shows me shake, I'll be like, okay, they want me, I mean, no listen. But when you have to learn to know people for themselves. Don't just judge. Don't look at social media. People have different personality on social media than they have in real life. So
Thank you so much, Nehita. I couldn't have said this more perfect. So
thank you.
I think that's it for the first episode, guys. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I'll see you in the next episode of My Other Corner.
Bye.
This episode of My Other Corner was brought to you by the Embassy Studios. I'm your host, Christabel Akimian. Our incredible guest today was Nehita Ofure-Irieme. Special thanks to the Embassy Studios crew, Rishi and Benjamin, for their amazing work on this episode.